Hi guys, welcome back. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the Q3 result update of three companies. One is Polycab India, Heritage Foods, and the third one is going to be Vardhaman Textiles Limited. Okay, so the first company we will be doing is Polycab India, and we will compare it with KEI as we go on talking about Polycab. Okay, so first let us understand both with Polycab and if you look at KEI, the business model is quite similar. Okay, both of them sell wire and cables. That is it. And Polycab, if you look at it, they have an additional business that is the FMEG, right? Where they sell all this electronic goods, aapka, fans, lights, switches, all of these things. Okay, that is the only thing at the end of the day. That's basically the business model. If you have to give it in very swift and easy manner. Okay, now let us talk about the numbers in specific, especially with the Q3 numbers of Polycab. Okay, if you look at Polycab ke sales grew by 20% on a year-on-year basis, but the PAT that is there, PAT grew only by 10%. Similarly, if you look at KEI also, KEI ka numbers has been very similar. KEI also grew the sales by around 20%, and if you see the PAT that is there, that also grew by 10% on a year-on-year basis. So the numbers are quite similar, and you see both of the companies that are there, there have been there has been a miss in terms of operating leverage. The reason is because, as you know, in wire and cables, the most important raw material hai aapka copper, right? And this copper ka prices have been falling, and Polycab specifically over here, they have been having issue with destocking over here. So that is the reason you see that the operating leverage has been a bit of a miss over here, right? For both of the companies. Okay, now both of the companies that you see have done a similar sort of numbers. Here you can see that one company is probably doing much better than compared to the other company. Now why is that the case? Okay, if you look at KEI over here, KEI has been actually doing better compared to Polycab. Although you see both of them have grown the sales by the same rate, both of them having the same sort of operating leverage also. Why is that KEI is better? Now when you look at KEI has always guided for this 15 to 18% kind of that growth rate. Okay, but you will see slowly what is happening is their growth rate is inching upwards, right? They used to be a 15 to 18% growth engine. Now they've slowly gone up to a 20% growth engine. On the other hand, if you see Polycab that is there, Polycab used to be a 30-35% growth engine, and slowly you see 30-35 say at once upon a time, I think in 21-22 they used to grow at that rate. They've come down to a 20% growth engine. So can you see both of them doing the same thing, whereas one is improving its sales and the other one just the pace of growth that has come down. Okay, so this is the one major point. The second major point is the channel mix. As you know, this wire and cable that is there, it can be sold through two ways. Okay, one is aapka, let's say you do the distribution for your B2C business, and the other is your institutional sales, which is your B2B. Okay, obviously aapka jo distribution, dealer and distribution se jo sales hota hai, which is your B2C channel, that has higher margin. Okay, because you can increase the price a little bit readily compared to, let's say, B2B, because since in a B2B, if you're selling in an institution, yahan pe institution ka matlab, you're selling to a big real estate mogul, or it could be, you're selling it to the government. As a result over here, what happens, since it is a B2B, it can come, like in terms of auction, in terms of bidding, your margins are relatively lower here compared to the B2C. Okay, KEI, all of these while they could only grow at 15 to 18% kind of that growth rate was because unka institutional sales show hai, that used to be more compared to their dealer and distribution. In fact, there was a time where the institutional sales used to be around, like 52, 53, like more than 50%, and the domestic was rest, right? Not domestic, sorry, dealer and distribution. Now that you see, it has become ulta, right? You can see that the dealer and distribution is contributing around, more than that. I think, to be specific, I think it's 54 or 55, whereas the institution sale is contributing hardly 44 or 45%. In fact, not just that, unka dealer and distribution, if you look on a Q3 over Q3, it has grown by 31% on a year-on-year basis. On the other hand, Polycab का क्या हो रहा है? Polycab को उल्टा हो रहा है, right? Like you can see that उनका जो dealer and distribution का जो business है, it is coming down, and the institutional, the revenue contribution from the institutional mix is going up. Okay, like that is what has been happening over here. That is why you will see उनका like margin में उतना कुछ improvement नहीं हो रहा है compared to let's say KEI over here. Now another thing to note down over here, why is this change in mix happening? Nobody knows. Like why is that one company, like although they're operating in the same space, why is one company is able to push through the dealer and distribution? On the other side, this Polycab is uska dealer and distribution में उतना कुछ हो नहीं रहा है, whereas institutional sales में ज़्यादा हो रहा है. This is something like it is very, like how do I put this, like key to, like it's different for each company, but overall this change in channel mix that is there has been a big noticeable change over here, which is giving a boost to both of these companies, which is helping one company and not so helping in the other company. Okay, so as a result, right now, when you look at both the companies, the player who used to come first in the classroom zone is now coming second. Let's say जो एक student होता है who used to come like 95% लेके first आता था, and there used to be another student 2 who used to get 80%. Now the roles has been reversed. जो 80% कर रहा था वो अभी 95% कर रहा है, और जो 95% कर रहा है वो अभी 80% कर रहा है. So that is the entire story that is taking place in this, आपका ये Polycab and KEI का, especially in this scenario, in this W and wire and cable space. Another thing to note down over here with Polycab is there has been a little bit cause or a concern in terms of उनका guidance that they have given. Like earlier if you see उनका जो Project Leap का guidance था, which the Project Leap I think they issued it in the financial year 21. That is when they came out with this Project Leap बोल के, where they wanted to achieve 20,000 crore of top line by FY26. And one of the reason that you see like Polycab got, if you look at any wire and cable companies, I don't think any shareholder has made or any stock that has made more money compared to like Polycab, right? I think Polycab ka shareholders made much more money compared to the other wire and cable ka shareholders, is because Polycab was able to grow at a much faster rate. Why is it? Because when they told this 20,000 crore ka hum log karenge, which is our guidance, Project Leap ka, the growth rate was coming up to 20 to 25%, but they used to overdo it, right? Like under promise karke over deliver karna. And I think there was a time in the year 21 and 22 that the company for a few quarters it grew by 35, 40, 50% also for some quarters, right? As a result kya hua, it became, since it was the fastest growing horse over here, fastest growing company, it became a much lucrative deal over here. Now what has happened is they have started this year in FY25, they've started a new project called this, because वो project Leap जो है, they have already done it. I think by this year they will do it. They don't even have to wait till FY26 to achieve that guidance, right? So they've started a new project called this Project Spring. That is come from FY25 to FY30 जो है, we will, what is the plan? This Project Spring का plan is, let's say if the wire and cable के industry, if you look at it, the wire and cable industry is growing between 12 to 14%. Okay, whatever the wire and cable industry will grow, we will grow at least 1.5x more than that rate. Okay, so the average पकड़ लो 12 and 14 का average है 13 आपका, right? So 13 into 1.5, which is around 19 to 20%. So earlier का guidance, if you look at it, like earlier if you look at it, when you look at the Project Leap, and when they were growing at 30% or so, and now you see that because of this Project Spring, वो indirectly बोल रहा है कि like we are targeting a 20% kind of growth rate. So यहाँ पे growth rate जो है, pace of growth है कम हो रहा है, right? As the base is also increasing, right? And along with this, the valuation it is which it's trading at, आपका growth rate कम हो रहा है, it becomes very hard at this point, to get a PE rating over here. So that is, I would say, a little bit, I wouldn't say red flag, but something that is, like a barrier over here for this business over here. Okay, and not just this, even the other guidance has not been great for them. Like for example, indirectly they told कि like हमारा guidance जो है 19 to 20% है, and even in terms of EBITDA margin उन्होंने बोला कि like EBITDA margin जो है it can range from 11 to 13% for the next 5 years. As of Q3 only, if you see, the EBITDA margin is around 13.8. So I don't think there is a scope of improvement over here, even in terms of margin also. So overall, it's a good result मैं बोल सकती हूँ both for KEI and Polycab. But having said that, you can see that slowly उनका pace of growth कम हो रहा है. It is no longer as lucrative as it used to be back, I think, a couple of years ago. Okay, so that's that with Polycab India. ठीक है. Now we will talk about another company called as Heritage Foods. Okay, so Heritage Foods, that is there, they make all this milk and milk related products. That is, you might see they go under the brand name Heritage only, very prominent, I believe, if you're in the south of India, especially if you're in this Tamil Nadu and Karnataka region. You see them having their own milk brand, which is Heritage, and they also have ice creams, ghee, butter, जो हम value added products बोलते हैं. Okay, over here if you look, same thing, sales has grown by 10%, but if you look at the PAT grew by 60%. Okay, now again coming back to what we have discussed in the workshop, like for example जब sales बढ़ता है but operating leverage, we see a large amount of operating leverage, you need to ask yourself like how is this operating leverage achieved? So is this operating leverage good or is this operating leverage bad? Now when you look at it over here, यहाँ पे operating leverage is although it has grown, it is not something as an investor it is going to be very lucrative for you, because this is the kind of operating leverage as an investor I would like to avoid, because it comes by either cutting the cost or it comes by let's say आपका raw material का cost जो है, you are able to get or source your raw material at a bit lower price, and that is exactly what has happened over here. The milk procurement, the flush season हम बोलते हैं, that has been very great, and they've been able to source the milk at a bit lower price than usual. But having said that, the price at which you're selling the milk has not changed. So that is more or less the reason why you're seeing such a good operating leverage over here. Another good thing is, one thing that I like about I think all the dairy companies that is there is उनका value added products जो है, उनका जो revenue का contribution जो है, it has been increasing slowly. Like if you look at Heritage Foods का value added products right now is contributing around 28%. Okay, but having said that, it's still, you know, like, see, ultimately milk is the, you know, is that product that is contributing more to your top line, and milk में आपको उतना कुछ pricing power नहीं है, because ultimately वहाँ पे गाय या, you know, उसका कुछ हो जाता है तो you are in a loss. Flush season अच्छा नहीं होते तो you're in a loss. You can't take readily an increase in price because, you know, there comes a lot of regulatory and all the norms that are there when it comes to increasing the price. Third is आपका जो milk है, it becomes very difficult for you to transport it into different regions. Like you are geographically a bit limited because you might have your cow or you're sourcing your milk from a particular region. You can do it around a few kilometers because milk जो होता है, it is a perishable product, जल्दी खराब हो जाता है, right? You can't really cater it to, you know, all the way from the north to the south and vice versa. The other thing is ये entire milk industry का एक और barrier बन जाता है कि like every state has their own regional product, you know, and it becomes very hard for you to go and compete over there. Like for example, if you're in Karnataka, you know that Nandini is the regional thing, and Nandini is a state-owned product. Like Karnataka Milk Federation का है Nandini. Okay, if you're from Karnataka, you would know it is like loyalist. Every house is a loyalist to Nandini brand, right? It's not just that the consumers are a bit reluctant to buy your product, but also having said that, you know, आपका state जो है, it imposes a lot of regulations. Like I think if you're in Karnataka, you would know that if any milk or milk related brand is coming to India, is coming to Karnataka, they put a lot of regulations over there, you know, like price ka barrier and everything, right? So that they can promote उनको खुद का state का brand that is there. I think अगर आप कर्नाटका से हो, I think when Amul wanted to enter Karnataka, that didn't happen so smoothly, like the transition, right? Like they wanted Nandini only, you know, to be the, you know, the brand everywhere that can be visible. So this is some of the problems that is faced by these dairy related companies. It becomes very hard for them. You know, there is a limitation up to which they can grow. That is why you will see, you know, उसका growth rate जो है, it always fluctuates between 10 to 20%. It becomes very hard. Only during the good season, like let's say उनका flush का season बहुत अच्छा होता है, you will see थोड़ा 25% से ज़्यादा ग्रोथ होता है, या लो पे इसके वजह से उनका, you know, ज़्यादा ग्रोथ होता है. बट हैविंग सेड दैट, अदर देन दैट, you know, it is a very high barrier, highly regulated kind of industry where it becomes very difficult to have pricing power. The other thing is, think about it. ना अगर हेरिटेज कल let's say 1 लीटर का दूध, they increase the price from 30 to 35, and let's say there is another company in your area that is selling the 1 liter का दूध for like let's say at 30 rupees. The consumer का shift is like they would prefer that 30 rupees का product versus 35. So over here pricing ka pressure and everything comes. I mean, it's very hard for them to ultimately, you know, penetrate over here. Okay, so that's that about Heritage Food. Unka guidance bhi, if you look at it, it is not that great. As of now, FY24, if you look at it, the margins are at 7 to 8%, and in FY26 their plan is to sustain the margin. There is no margin improvement. There is no you know, unka agar aap dekhte ho, product mix also, it is not really lucrative. They're telling abhi jo hamara value added product hai, that is 30%, is 4 साल के बाद, you know, we are targeting around 40% coming from value added products. So again, not much going on over here. Okay, then the last company that we'll be doing is Vardhaman Textiles. Now what does Vardhaman Textiles do? Vardhaman Textile is a company that manufactures आपका yarn, आपका, you know, fabric that is there, you know, and they have a very small portion that is also manufacturing this shirts, आपका men का shirts that is there, because they have this backward integration. yarn से fabric बनता है, fabric से आपका shirt बनता है. So but this shirt बनाने का जो business है, it is very small, it is very abysmal. Maximum revenue comes by manufacturing yarn and आपका जो फैब्रिक है, ठीक है. नाउ ओवर हियर द सेल्स अगेन नॉट दैट great. Sales hardly grew by 5%, and उनका PAT जो है PAT grew by 60%. Why is that the case? Because yarn का prices are, you know, are at all time low. As a result, because of the low procurement cost जो है, you are able to get a huge operating leverage over here. That is it. Nothing else over here. Nothing great going on. You tell me ना 5% का growth rate है, and FD में आपको return मिल रहा है like what, around 6 to 7%. Like what? Why does it? I mean, it makes no sense to be investing in a company that is growing lesser than that of the nation, right? Or giving you lesser, or is growing lesser than the returns that you give in FD. I mean, I'd rather keep my money in FD now. I mean, I don't have to face the volatility of the day-to-day market over here. Like I mean, at least I can live in Shanti. It makes no sense over here. Okay? The only thing over here is these people are investing in capex, right? They're doing a lot of capex, but I mean, how it will get materialized is something that we have to see. going forward. They earlier had a plan of doing 2600 crore ka capex, for one of their unit. They're putting up a unit. It is supposed to be operationalized by FY26 in September or October. Now, along with this, they have added around 330 crore का extra वो डाल रहे, एक machine डालने में उनका एक processing unit में, that is there. That is it, and the board has approved it. But having said that, ultimately, when you are doing a 5% का growth engine and there is no visibility at the end of the day to increase its growth rate over here, I mean, no matter which valuation you list it at, no matter what it is trading at, it becomes it doesn't become a lucrative deal. Ultimately, you need to understand there is a reason why a certain stock trades at a certain PE and the other stock trades at a very higher PE. The difference is very simple. It all comes down to one thing: growth, right? Because see, whenever you look at any companies, valuation is a result, और आप बोल सकते हैं valuation is an outcome of growth. जितना आप high grow करोगे, इतना आपको market reward करता रहेगा with higher valuation. जितना आपका growth कम होगा, the market is not going to reward you at all, right? So that is the whole thing. So you will see all of these companies that are there, right? They always trade at a lower valuation because ultimately there is no growth over here, right? That is a simple thing, and it also goes to show you a very important lesson कि a sector can have a lot of tailwind, like we've seen in the entire textile space. There is a lot of tailwind over here because of this Bangladesh ka crisis that is happening, but it's not necessary that every single company that is there in that sector will benefit from that. Like a good example of it is Vardhaman Textile. On the other hand, there is also a case when you have a lot of demand, a lot of good things happening, that all the companies in the sector will do really well. A good example of that is wire and cable space, because if you take any company in the wire and cable space, whether it is Polycab, whether it is KEI, Delton, Dynamic Cables and everything, they're doing really well, right? Because यहाँ पे इतना सारा demand है, इतना सारा tailwind है at the end of the day, everybody. But having said that, there is a catch, and although there is a lot of demand, although there is a lot of tailwind, you see that every business or every stock आपको पैसा बनाएगा, but there will be one stock that will make more money out of everybody, and that comes down to who is growing at the fastest. Now, all this while, Polycab made the most money to its shareholder because it was growing at the fastest. Now that you see, वो थोड़ा race थोड़ा reverse हो गया है, and we see the small cap companies such as Delton Cables and Dynamic Cables. I think especially Delton Cables, if you see, they are making they are leading the race. Why? Because the Polycab का first price का crown that is there has shifted from Polycab to वहाँ पे Delton Cables पे. So now you will see that Delton Cables made more money in the last few months compared to Polycab, is because again the race, whoever is growing the fastest, they will make the most money for their shareholders. That is the entire logic I can tell that goes behind it. Okay, so that's that with these companies. There is another new company that I came across, that is giving a guidance, very very strong guidance है. Capex तो भाई like मत पूछो, like छप्पड़ फाड़ के capex कर रहा है. Sales is good, operating leverage भी है. I will discuss about it because it's a bit complicated industry मैं बोल सकती हूँ, तो I'm just still figuring out how to explain it in the most easiest manner. So that is one thing that I'm working on. So that's that for today. I will see you. Other than that, I believe today there are many interesting companies का result आ रहा है. we'll let us see how it goes, and I'll make a video on that later. Okay, but that's that for today. I hope you all are having a great day. Bye.